Good morning, students. In this video, we are going to learn the treatment of realization expenses on the dissolution of partnership firm. You all are by now familiar what realization expenses are. They are the expenses incurred in the course of realization to sell the assets and to pay off the liabilities. So, whatever expenses are taking place in this course of dissolution can be named as realization expenses or even as dissolution expenses. So, dissolution expense and realization expense are the same terms, can be used as synonyms. Let us see the treatment of realization expenses now. Case 1, children. When expenses are to be paid by the firm, this is the most usual case because these expenses they belong to firm, so must be paid by the firm only. So the entry will be realization account debit to bank account. Realization debit because it is an expense. Expense side of realization account is the debit side. To bank account. Bank account is credited because debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Bank balance is moving out by the payment of expense, so it will be credited. Now case 2, when expenses are paid by the partner on behalf of the firm. Actually they were firm's expenses, but in place of using the firm cash, partner has paid these expenses out of his own pocket. So we have to give credit to the partner. So realization account debit, which is quite natural, it has to be debited. To bank account I cannot do because my bank balance is not reducing, firm's bank balance is not reducing. Who has made the payment? Partner. So I'll give the credit to the partner rather than giving it to the bank. So to partner's capital account, entry becomes realization account debit to partner's capital account, expenses paid by partner on behalf of the firm. Moving on to case 3, when firm has agreed to pay fixed remuneration to partner and he will bear all the realization expenses. Now try to understand this case, children. We are giving fixed remuneration to the partner and we have given him the responsibility, okay, you take 10,000 or 15,000 rupees from us as remuneration, but now you are the whole and sole in charge of bearing all the realization expenses. So fixed amount given. Now say for example you have given 10,000 rupees to him and he has actually spended 8,000 rupees only. You are not going to take any account of money from him because your agreement was to pay 10,000. If he can manage well into 8,000 rupees, 2,000 is his personal income. You cannot say no now. And if you have given a fixed amount of 10,000 and the actual expenditure becomes 15,000, firm is not going to pay anything extra to him. Very clear, because the agreement was to pay 10,000 rupees, we will pay 10,000 rupees only. No matter whether the actual expenses were more than 10,000 or less than 10,000. Right? So fixed remuneration to the partner where he is bearing all realization expense. The entry will be realization account debit to partner's capital account, remuneration paid to the partner. This entry is only for remuneration. Here I have given a note also. No entry will be done for actual realization expenses paid as they were to be borne by the partner only. So he has to pay all the realization expenses out of his own pocket because he was supposed to bear, and when he'll pay the expenses out of his own pocket, we are not going to compensate him because fixed remuneration we are already paying him. I hope this case is clear. Now case number 4, when realization expenses are to be paid by the partner and are paid by the firm on his behalf, means there was an agreement between the partner and the firm that partner is going to pay all the expenses, but maybe because of any reason for the time being they have been paid by the firm. In this case we have to take this transaction as drawings of the partner because it will be treated as the personal expenditure of the partner, and if he is taking money from business to pay off his personal expenditure, it is always treated as drawings. So Entry will be partner's capital account debit to bank account. Expenses paid by the firm on behalf of the partner. See the note now carefully. It will be treated as drawings done by partner, that is his personal expenses paid by the firm. I hope this case is clear. Case 5. Right here you have to take the note. No entry will be passed in the books of the firm if realization expenses are to be borne and are paid by the partner. That means if question clearly states that realization expenses were supposed to be paid by the partner and he has actually done the same thing, he is paying it out of his own pocket, so it becomes his liability which he is paying out of his own pocket. So why should we record the transaction in our books? We will not make any entry in the books of firm. Now let's do one question. Pass necessary journal entry in each of the following cases. Children, we are moving from simple to complex. Simple to complex approach we are using. So initial cases may seem to be very simple, and slowly, gradually I am going to increase the difficulty level. So be very attentive while doing these cases. First is realization expenses amounted to rupees 5,000. Nothing said who was supposed to bear it. So by default the firm has to bear it. See the entry now. By default it is the duty of the firm to bear the realization expenses. So we'll assume it is borne by firm. It was supposed to be paid by the firm. So simple entry, realization debit to bank account 5,000. Now second case. Realization expenses amounted to rupees 8,000 paid by partner X on behalf of firm. Means it was firm's expenditure, but on firm's behalf it is paid by partner. So entry should be realization account debit to X capital account, right? So it should be realization debit to X capital account. I hope this is clear. Yes. Moving on to the next entry. Realization expenses of rupees 10,000 paid by the firm on behalf of partner Y. Realization expenses are 10,000 and on behalf of partner Y we are making payment of those expenses, right? So it is treated as drawings of Y. So Y's capital account debit to bank account 10,000. That will be the entry. Next is realization expenses paid by the firm rupees 20,000. Out of that, firm has to bear rupees 8,000 and remaining to be borne by Z, a partner. Z is a partner in the business. But total payment has gone 20,000 from the pocket of the firm. So keep it clearly in your mind. It should be to bank account 20,000. Because out of your bank account 20,000 is going. Now you have to decide how much to be borne by the firm and how much to be borne by the partner. So to be borne by firm is 8,000. To be borne by Z is 12,000. To the extent of 8,000 rupees, we are taking it as firm's expenditure. So realization debit to bank. And to the extent of 12,000, we are taking it as the drawings of partner Z. So Z's capital account debit to bank. So you can pass two entries or you can pass single entry. That's it. That is entirely your option. Moving on to fifth case. Dissolution expenses amounted to rupees 20,000. Total expenses are 20,000 as in the previous case. Out of that, firm has to bear rupees 8,000 and remaining to be borne by Z, a partner. The expenses are paid by Z. Now see how it should be done. It is to be borne by Z. How much? 12,000. It is paid by Z. Okay. No issues. Z is paying his share. So we will record only that portion of the dissolution expense which we are supposed to pay. So it is realization account debit to bank account in case we are paying. And if we assume that our portion also is being paid by Z, means total 20,000 paid by Z, then in that case this entry will change. Then in that case it will be realization debit to Z's capital account. So here my assumption is that out of 20,000, 8,000 borne by firm, 12,000 borne by Z, and Z is paying his own share. So realization to bank, I am taking only this much. And in case I assume that all amount paid by Z, then entry will change. It will be realization debit to Z's capital account, as I told you earlier. Next, Ravi, a partner, is allowed a remuneration of rupees 15,000 for the dissolution work, and he is supposed to bear all the expenses of realization. Realization expenses, which amounted to rupees 5,000, were paid by the firm. Now see that it is a case of fixed remuneration. 15,000 we are giving him to take care of the dissolution work, and against that he is supposed to bear all the realization expenses. So for us, the total expenditure should not exceed 15,000. So realization debit 15,000. But actual realization expenses 5,000. He is not paying out of his pocket. So what will we do? We will write to bank account 5,000, because this much bank balance of firm is reducing. And we will give a credit to Ravi only with the balance amount of 10,000. Because we'll say, okay, we were supposed to pay the remuneration of 15,000 to you, but out of that 5,000 you have already withdrawn, which should have been gone from your own pocket. So now balance amount 10,000 only we are going to pay. Now seventh case, Sunil, a partner, is paid remuneration of rupees 25,000 for the dissolution work. Realization expenses amounted to rupees 7,500 were paid by the firm. Now see this thing, children, that in this case it is not being said that Sunil was supposed to bear the realization expenses. In the previous case we clearly said that the partner is supposed to bear the realization expense. Here it is not being stated. So the difference is there. So that means firm has to now incur two expenses. First, they will be paying rupees 25,000 to Sunil as the remuneration for undertaking the dissolution work, and the realization expenses also has to be paid by the firm and are paid by the firm. So our entry will be realization account debit 27,500, right? Why 27,500? Because 20,000 for his remuneration and 75,000 for make it 20,000, children. 20,000 for his remuneration and 7,500 for the realization expense. So total 27,500 realization expense debit to Sunil's capital 20,000 to bank account 7,500. Clear? Now moving on to our next case. Sunil, a partner, is paid a remuneration of rupees 25,000 for the dissolution work. Realization expenses amounted to rupees 9,000 were paid by him. In this case, again 9,000 realization expense belong to firm only, but are paid by him. He was not supposed to pay them. So we have to honor him for both the things. 25,000 the main remuneration, 9,000 the remuneration, the realization expenses. So in all, the entry will be realization account debit to Sunil's capital account, that is 34,000. 25,000 plus 9,000. Because he was not supposed to bear the realization expense and he has paid, so he should get the credit for the same also along with his remuneration. All these cases of realization expenses are very important for you, children. Go through them once again and attempt the similar question from D.K. Goyal's third book. Children, this type of question appeared as a 6-marker question in 2-3 year back board exam. So all the entries relating to realization only were given as a part of 6-marker question. So this is very important part. All of you must practice it carefully, and with this we are ending the chapter of dissolution today, and will proceed further with the other topics on Friday. Thank you, children.